What's going on, everyone? So with my latest video, this is my review for Season 1 of Heated Rivalry, which was 6 episodes long on HBO Max in 2025. Came out at the end of said year, and this is a show I wasn't aware about until quite recently. My coworker Connor, shout out to you Connor, recommended the show to me, and when he recommended the show to me, I looked it up on IMDb, and I saw that it was about two hockey players on opposing teams that have a rivalry, but secretly they're actually in love with each other, but they can't come out to the public because of not only the rivalry, but because of how the world is, unfortunately. So that was something that sold me, but then what really cemented as I need to see this ASAP is I saw the ratings on IMDb and how first couple episodes were like 9.3 to 9.5 out of 10, and the last two episodes were like 9.9 out of 10, like Breaking Bad level in terms of the rating. So I'm like, okay, I need to see this ASAP, and I don't know why I wasn't aware about the show until now. And I gotta say, I'm glad that I watched this show. This is one of those shows that I believe everyone and anyone can and should watch. It's a very human show, very emotional. It's delving into themes that I feel like anyone can relate to, because at the end of the day, we all want to be accepted. We all want to be loved. And this is what this show is tackling, with how, unfortunately, there are people out in the world that aren't able to accept people that are different from them. And it's a shame. And this show, I think, does a great job of humanizing these characters to where you understand where they're coming from, you understand why they do what they do, and you also really want things to work out. And that's also helped by the chemistry. The acting is amazing. Every single performance is stellar. There's not a single bad performance. And I would argue that they're all at the top of their A game. And I will go a step further and say that they should win Emmys. They should be nominated, and they should win Emmys. They're that great. The two leads in particular are nothing short of amazing. I think that they're going to become stars. They're two actors that I hadn't seen in anything prior, but after watching this, they deserve a lot more roles. They're incredible. I think also it's worth noting that, and again, this is a spoiler-free review. This is just my general thoughts. I think it's also amazing with how every single screenplay in terms of episode 1 through 6 is airtight. The fact that episode 3 and 5 tie in together is just amazing. I think episode 3 is probably my favorite. I think that with what it sets up is truly something that by the end I had tears in my eyes, and then the payoff was episode 5 at the very end, and I'm like, that was just beautiful. That was amazing. It's great to see strong writing that's backed by amazing chemistry, amazing acting, and also on the visual side, I mean, the cinematography is top notch. I absolutely loved the lighting. I loved the camera angles. I think that with what they do and with how long that the shots last is something to behold. The editing is very sharp. It's a very fast-moving show thanks to the pacing as well. Pacing and editing come together to create that feeling. And then at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, it's a show that you're thinking about while watching all that's going on between these characters. But at the same time, you're entertained because there is a sense of urgency with every single episode. This isn't a show that you put on the background. This is not a Netflix show. This is a show where you have to pay attention, especially since it goes back and forth in time. And that's something that I think was a very smart move. I also think that with what it does in the finale, no spoilers, it felt very fresh, very invigorating, and something that also is very much so needed for the times that we live in right now. So I think it's a very strong show. I'm happy to say that even if season 2 isn't good, like even if I, watch season 2 and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that good, season 1 works on its own. It's one of those instances where it's a standalone season, and I think that if you are willing to open up, I would recommend this show. It is truly phenomenal. It's very emotional. There were several moments in this show that had me, all teary-eyed. It's a very compelling show. And that's why, for me, Heated Rivalry, I'm going to give personally a... But yeah, guys, that's my quick thoughts on Heated Rivalry. If you have any in particular questions about the show, let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, it's very much so worth your time. It's 6 episodes long. It's one of those instances where I see why it wasn't a movie. I see why it was 6 episodes long. It was very much so needed to fully flesh out this story that was being told. And I think everyone personally should watch it. So that's my thoughts on Heated Rivalry, Season 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the first season. And as always, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscription, notification bell, follow me down on Letterboxd, Patreon, and I will catch you guys later.